Sorry. Hello, greetings. What's up? Sakafet. My name is Queen. I use they, them pronouns, and I got a story to tell y'all. So, what had happened was, the other day I was, getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth, washing my face, all that good stuff, right? So I see something in the corner of my eye. Now, usually when I see something under the corner of my eye, it turns out to be nothing. It's just whatever's happening or whatever. This time, it was a water bug. It was a big water bug. Now, it took me a couple seconds to kind of process what I was seeing, to try to make sure that I was seeing correctly. Like, this bug was really in my presence, like just invading my space and whatnot. So I'm like, I know there's not a water bug. And, I've gotten to a point where a lot of bugs don't really faze me anymore. Like, if I see a spider around the house, I ain't gonna kill it and things like that. If I see a fly or whatnot, whatever, you live your life. But this is a water bug. I don't do water bugs. I don't do them. So I'm looking at it, it's looking at me, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm finna do, because I'm not finna kill this thing. I'm not, one, because I was feeling bad, because I was like, oh, it's life, I don't want to kill it. But also, you in my house, bro. Like, why are you here? It went on for 5 minutes where I'm just staring at this thing like there's really a water bug here. So you know what I did? I prayed. I swear to God, I prayed. And I was like, Lord, my guy, what's up? You see this thing? I'm gonna need you to send it back to where it came from, because no. Just because no. And I prayed and I went to sleep, because I was like, you know what? I feel like you got me, God. You got me. You gonna take care of this. And I'm asleep. And I slept. And then I woke up. And I walk in the bathroom yeah. And I was like, damn, there you are. There you are. So I'm like, hey God, didn't I ask? Come on, I don't ask for much. Maybe I do. Whatever. That's not the point. But help me. And I'm like, so of course, before I went to sleep, I researched it. I was like, how do you kill this thing? And it's get some boric acid or some. I'm like, bro, I don't got no boric acid or whatever they was telling me to get. But I had bleach. And I had a container that I just emptied out, because I also read they are hard to squitch. And, I work in New York City Public School. I seen, more of the story, I'm not finna squish this bug. I'm not finna go around trying to, because it would have been me trying to throw something at it, because I didn't want to get close to it. But it so happened that I start spraying the bleach, slowing down, and then it literally walked its path into the box that I had, and I just slammed it shut, put it on the balcony, because I didn't want to deal with it then. I was gonna throw out trash later the other day, but it felt safer for me that it wasn't in the house anymore. And I felt bad for entrapping it, because I felt bad. But the story kind of just made me realize so many things, a couple of things. The first thing is, sometimes when we ask God for deliverance from a situation, or, for him to help us, or her, because, God could be her. God is a woman. God, that's not the point of the story. God often looks at us like, what about you? It's great that you asking me for help, but I'm giving you the power to deal something with it. And I think about, children and how we grow up. Sometimes we have to learn. Our parents, our caregivers, our people can't always do things for us, because then how do you learn? How do you learn? And also, God gives us an answer sometimes in the form of tools. For me, I didn't have exactly what they needed for that thing to die, but I had other things, and them other things worked just fine. I used what I had in order to get to the same goal, the same place, the same thing. And it's something to remember, because sometimes we get mad, be like, God ain't answering my prayers, when actually God answered them. You just have to find it within yourself to do something about it, Second thing, it's okay to admit that you're scared. Because I wanted to boss up and be like, nah, I ain't scared of bugs. I ain't scared, I'm good. It's just a bug. It's, I'm bigger than it. It's probably scared of me. Bruh, I was so scared. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do, man. I did not know what to do. But I handled it. I conquered my fear. But like, it's okay to be like, hey, this is scurry. This is some scurry shit. You know, all of these things matter. It's important to acknowledge our feelings, not hide them and bury them. Because then how are we going to get through the thing if we're not honest about what we're dealing with, you know? Third, oh, I guess this is 6. Whatever. Third, I wanted to just be like, I'm going to let this problem take care of itself, you know? I'm going to let this bug leave and whatever. But the thing is, you know very well you need to take care of things. So like I say, like sometimes, like not sometimes, there are a lot of times where we know when something ain't right. And we like, you know, it'll be fine. Like, it's going to get better. It's going to work itself out. When in reality, you should have acted on that. Because if I had waited and let this bug live and then it laid eggs, I would have been asked out. Now I would have been low-key, probably had an infestation. Had I not just taken care of this one thing in the first place, you know, I wouldn't have to deal with that long down the line. So I think it's important for us to trust ourselves, listen to ourselves. If something don't feel right, ask yourself, why don't it feel right? And proceed with that, you know? You feel me? You get me? And then the last thing, you know, I said that I felt bad. I got to a point where like I couldn't fathom that I'd capture this thing because the way it happened and the way it went in and I snapped the shot, I was like, yo, I wanted to open it to see if it was still there. Now, if this thing would have jumped out at me, it would have ran and escaped and all these things, and I would have been in a worse place had I just not just left it alone like where it's supposed to be. And I say that for life. Like sometimes, you know, we leave things, we leave people, we leave situations, but something keeps the familiarity keeps calling us back. Being comfortable with that situation keeps calling us back. And it's like, don't look back, man. Don't do it. Keep moving forward, no matter how hard it is, man. Because if you do go back, one, I think you're stopping your growth. But two, you're potentially putting yourself in a worse situation had you left that thing alone in the first place, you know? So all the things I learned from just the bug infiltrating my space, you know, just infiltrating my space. But yeah, that's my story. God delivers messages in the most craziest ways. You just gotta listen. So I hope you take something from that. If you take nothing, take my smile. I hope y'all have a blessed day wherever you are, and that God, you know, allows you to remain in his favor. Bye.